So I spoke in my morning reflection today about when somebody gave me a picture of this area in probably 1964, 65. So in 61, this parish started, and at the time they tell me this was a sand pit. There used to be a little convenience store, maybe something like Elmer's, I guess, on the property here, but it was a sand pit. And when the diocese bought it, to start thinking about a parish, of course, first 3 years we had Mass up the street in the school, up in the Cavallini School and where the complex is up the West Road. But by 1964, they put this original building here and the auditorium going here and just a couple of offices this way. And somebody took a picture, and I have it in my office. And as you come down from the rectory, and the rectory's always been up the street. It's a different rectory now, but it had always been on that site. So from where the rectory is, looking down the hill, you can see everything. And there's the tallest. Right now, there's a forest there, but in 1964, there were just blades of grass about that high. And so from where I live today, you can't see anything down here because it's massive trees and forest, foliage, deer, skunks, possums. I mean, it's loaded. But in 64, there was nothing. It was just a cliff. You could see where Sam Brain took all the dirt out for this church. And they used it, I might have been on the Parkway or the Turnpike at the time, but they took all the sand out and they pushed right to the end of the soccer field. And I think it was supposed to be a gentle slope, but it's actually, you could fall off it. I mean, it's very steep. But it's interesting to see the growth that has taken place in the foliage since 1964. Granted that 50 plus years, and that's kind of what happens in today's gospel story. The Lord's taken a look at this mustard seed, and I've got a bunch of mustard seeds from the Holy Land up at the rectory that I use for cooking, mustard seeds. And yet he said, if you throw it out and it grows, it'll be the biggest of bushes. And that's kind of like the kingdom of God. If we pay attention to it, sometimes you can't see the growth, but if you pay attention to little things like the things that have gone on here the last couple of months, I just look at the amount of food that gets delivered here on a daily basis. For our soup kitchens. We've also started helping a fourth soup kitchen, in Patterson, the Oasis group. We've been shipping food over to them too, because a lot of food has come in from a lot of you. And that's the growth of God's kingdom. When you look at the acorn, you don't know what shape the tree will take, but with the divine farmer working on you and our efforts, all things are possible.